What's up, everybody? I'm Emily. Welcome back to MetaMoon. Today, we are going to discuss the topic of meaning. Let's do it. So last week I put out a super weird, artsy, abstract poetry video on the subject of meaning. I wanted to make a piece about that because it's something that I feel we all strive for and feel lost when we don't have it. I've noticed in my own life how I'm creating meaning about literally everything around me. So I wondered, why do we do that? And what would happen if we didn't do that? And is it even possible to not do that? So here's what I found in my research.
It's science.
Meaning is essentially the central driving function of our brains. We are constantly perceiving all of the stimuli around us, electromagnetic waves and biochemical reactions. Our brain filters all of that into what we call sensory pathways to make some sort of meaning out of it in a neurological level. The way this works is sort of like matching the stimuli with an existing file cabinet in our brain based on memory, but it's a little more relative. For example, I might see some stimuli behaving in a way that I call cat because it matches with a memory I have of stimuli I've seen in the past that I've decided to label cat, which is similar to other furry mammals that I've experienced. But it's important to note the distinction between a lion and a house cat. This distinction could be very important for my survival, which explains why we might have evolved into a mechanism like this in the first place. So it's less like absolute meaning and more like relative association. So essentially, my brain is making up labels on a neurological level and telling me stories about all the particles and light waves that I'm perceiving. Great. But could this ever be a bad thing?
What is real? How do you define real?
If the memory I have stored around a certain sensation or object or experience tells me a story of danger or heartbreak or loss, which creates fear and makes it difficult for me to live freely and safely. Research has shown that trauma can create this type of sense memory in our bodies. What if I become completely bored with my life because I feel like I've seen it all before and it's heartbreaking and broken and depressing and hopeless because that's what my experiences and memories are telling me? What if I'm perceiving thoughts and emotions that are meant to just be passing through me like a wave, but instead I'm clinging to them and identifying with them and trying to rationalize them in my brain and make them mine and make a story around it and hold all of it in my body, and it's driving me absolutely crazy? Eckhart Tolle teaches a practice where you practice seeing the world as if you've never seen it before, as purely as you can, exactly how it is in this present moment. No labels, no stories, no identification, no memories. And as you feel all of those emotions and labels and memories rising up in you, you just let them go mindfully and come back to the moment, working on seeing the thing right as it is in front of you. I personally like to do this by pretending like I'm an alien who's never lived on this earth before and I'm seeing everything for the first time. Like I don't know what a tree is or the ocean. I don't have any ideas about certain types of people or how I might feel about them or how I should feel about them or how I should behave in this world. I just am seeing it and taking it all in. This feels kind of silly at first, but over time it has really helped me separate from all of that and see that it's just chemical reactions happening. It's helped me not become so identified with the meanings my brain creates or the stories that I feel that I'm in. I know that they're not mine. None of this is mine. What's happening between my two ears is not who I am. And watching all of this magic and drama and sensation and color without any meaning attached to it can be really fun. Stories can be really fun too, until they're not. And that's when this practice can be helpful. Everything that is happening, all the functions of our bodies and the mechanisms at play, all evolved to help us survive and thrive. But in some moments, we're functioning within old patterns and mechanisms that aren't actually needed at that time, and it can be helpful to know how to let those go. So, may your lives be full of meaning when that's wonderful, and completely meaningless when that's wonderful. Peace and love.